All right, beginning the bulletin with the news alert coming in. The UN Security Council, UNSC, will hold close consultations today on the situation between India and Pakistan. And this comes after Islamabad sought an emergency meeting on the issue. Pakistan currently sits as a non-permanent member of the powerful 15-nation Security Council, which is being presided over by Greece for the month of May. And this comes as global powers are urging both sides to show restraint after tensions flared up following the Pahalgam terror attack on the 22nd of April. Iran has even offered to mediate between India and Pakistan, referring to the centuries-old ties between the countries. While Islamabad has welcomed Tehran's offer, New Delhi has not commented. India has always maintained that its problems with Pakistan are bilateral. Iran's offer came as Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi reached Pakistan on a day-long visit. To give you some more details of the Iranian Foreign Minister, Araghchi will meet his Pakistani counterpart Ishaq Dar later in the day today. Both leaders are expected to hold talks on current regional situations, particularly on the tensions between India and Pakistan. After Islamabad, Araghchi is scheduled to visit New Delhi, and this makes him the first foreign dignitary to visit both India and Pakistan since the Pahalgam attack. He will hold meetings with India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar. New Delhi has said that Araghchi's visit was planned long before the Pahalgam attack. Nothing more to read into it at this point. Just to repeat to our viewers, the UN Security Council will hold closed consultations today, and this is on the situation between India and Pakistan. This comes after Islamabad sought an emergency meeting on the issue. All right, for more on this, I'm now being joined by our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, Pakistan, again, it's pressing the alarm at this point, calling for this emergency meeting on the issue, while the ceasefire violations continue for days on end, 11th day being yesterday. Give us more on this.
Well, I would term it as a spectacular failure for the Pakistani diplomacy that
Right.
Pakistan is non-permanent member of the UNSC and still only able to hold a closed-door meeting, which is not for the first time. In fact, in 2019, after India removed the special status for the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, in August of that month when India removed, there was a closed-door meeting where at that time both India and Pakistan were not a non-permanent member of the UNSC, and the meeting happened at the behest of Pakistan through the Chinese. It was a Chinese initiative. Nothing came out. In fact, there was a pressure by the Indian side, the then Indian ambassador to the UN, and he, of course, explained how essentially there was no outcome. But this time around, of course, Pakistan is non-permanent member. And in fact, let me point out that in the month of July, it is even the president of the UNSC. So Pakistan will try to rake up this issue again if my assessment is correct. And as the president of the UNSC, it could try to hold a full-fledged meeting in the month of July. But all in all, I do not expect anything constructive coming out from today's meeting. India, of course, has been reaching out to all member countries of the UNSC. In fact, the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has spoken to the 4 out of 5 permanent members of the UNSC. The one with which the Indian side hasn't spoken to is China. And of the 10 non-permanent members of the UNSC, the EM has spoken to 9. Of course, one with which there is no conversation is Pakistan, the villain of the story, essentially.
Yes.
But essentially, we know that India has its friends as well, whether it's France, whether it's US. And we saw the Pahalgam statement condemning the terror attack. It was initiated by the American side, and it had a lot of support from the French side. But all in all, the dynamics at the UNSC is something that is bound to be closely watched in New Delhi. And India will be relying on its friends to make sure that Pakistan does not create problems for it at the core UN body.
Well, it will definitely be closely watched, but as India has always maintained, this remains a bilateral issue which India wants to settle with Pakistan between the two nations. That was Siddhant Sibal getting us the latest.